What is up, guys? It's your boy Thriller here, and we are here for another Wi-Fi battle that had to be played on Showdown due to stupid technicality, aka Nintendo's Wi-Fi servers. Nintendo, fix your servers, please, and thank you. We keep complaining about it, so if we have to literally make a petition for you to change them and fix them, we will. Anyways, we're taking on against Evan. This is week 4. We are actually currently 3-0 in this league, which is the LGA, the Lake Guardian Associations. We did compete here before. You guys did see us in a showdown league for it, and we did compete. I made the playoffs last time. We unfortunately got a round one exit, so we came back. We're hoping and we're praying to come back stronger than ever. This is our first Wi-Fi league back in like 6 to 8 months. So I've been just trying to do my best to have some fun here. I had a really cool team. I don't know why Raging Bolt is facing the completely wrong way. I don't get that idea. But based on what Evan's team brought, pretty much he brought exactly what we expected, except he did bring Rillaboom, which I didn't think Rillaboom would come versus my team, honestly. I think Rillaboom had to go with a weird slash bad matchup. Crook Cubby makes a little bit more sense, but there was no Roy Boone. There was no Iron Moth, so I'm really surprised at that. And he brought Terra Ice on his Gyarados. His other Terra Captain was Iron Moth. I'm very surprised to see what he went Ice. Ice kind of makes sense because I do have a bit of a nice weakness with my dragons and grass typing that I do have on my team. But I still felt like Ice is a weird choice here, regardless. But overall, it's definitely something that we can just play around though. So, team we're rocking out is Specs, defensive but offensive Dragonite. We are modest max special attack, and we are pretty much focused out on our defenses into defense and it's Spadef. We're bringing a kind of more tanky slash calm mind variant of Raging Bolt with Terra Flying, because Terra Flying had literally no resistance on my opponent's roster, and even then you can see he does nothing to stop it. And we do have Heavy Slam, because Heavy Slam at +1 into Heavy no Terra Blast Flying into Heavy Slam with a +1 boost to our special attack, guaranteed 2 shots of that Pokemon no matter what. And if we can get some boosts going, we can be able to 2-shot that Pokemon more comes of his Fizz Def after +1. We guarantee 2-shot it with Terra Blast. We have Dragalge with the Habab Berry, which was there for the Roy Moon, which surprisingly did not show up. Excuse me. Did not show up here in this matchup, which is really interesting. We're bringing Cinccino, which Dragalge and Cinccino were transactions. We actually dropped a Grafia and Deoxys Defense, which we originally had to pick up the Dragalge and Cinccino. We have our Landorus, which is a gravity set with Facade and Earthquake, which I think is really great. And we have Taunt there to kind of shut some things down. And then we have SD, HISUI, and SAMUROTT, which is pretty much to be able to win the game slash break down teams if we get it going. So I'll go ahead and lead off with my Dragonite. Again, no flying resist, which means Specs Hurricane is free. He's gonna actually go Terra up and go straight for the Terra Blast, which reveals that he has max speed. He has to be jolly. We do land our Hurricanes, thankfully, as he is gonna go into the Fortress. Now, full disclosure, we actually had to recreate this battle because we got DC'd 3 times. On the third one, we actually made a battle attempt, and for some reason did not finish because of the DC. So we had to switch to Showdown to play this game. I didn't want to spend like how many times trying to recreate on Wi-Fi, and if we're still getting this weird error thing happen, we might as well just stop and just do it here. But he was actually supposed to go into his Galarian Wheezing here. Thankfully, though, nothing really mattered here on this turn. But we're gonna make the same play as we did before. And funny enough, oh my god, I'm tired. Funny enough, I had to manifest us missing here because if I didn't miss this hurricane, which was supposed to be what we had to do here, because I missed a hurricane in general, we had to redo it again. But since I am a trained trainer on my Pokemon, they do exactly what I need them to do, is missing that moment. Now I go for Hurricane here again as I do connect. I think I do a little bit more damage than I did last time. But now we get to the point here where I go into my Dragalge, but he makes a pretty good prediction on the Psychic. Obviously, the confusion doesn't matter here because he did need to hit me, and otherwise that would have helped. So, and he would have switched anyway. So I flipped here, and now we get back to the point of where we were in the game here. Now here, I'm just go ahead and click Hurricane. There's no reason not to click Hurricane here. Now we do see that it looks like it is possibly a roll, but funny enough, it was not a roll because he was max def. He is going to go ahead and make that play here. I'm going to go into my Dragalge here. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for yawning so much, guys. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Like, I get it's 1:13 in the morning, but Jesus. I should not be yawning this much, so I apologize. But he actually makes the same play in Moonblasting, which he also does. I was basically going to sack off this Dragalge. It's not really needed anymore. I can't really do much here. He actually protects, which is kind of a fair play. Try to get as much toxic protection on here. I go for the Hydro Pump, protect the Crocodile. He actually swaps out, which I'm kind of interested in why he did that. Because he outspeeds me. I did not speed creep the Florges, and there was no real reason for me unless I wanted to go like timid with a lot of speed. So I couldn't really afford that. I believe I had enough speed to outspeed this thing though, which was the idea behind that. We clicked Hydro though because again we were predicting the Crocodile here, and right here I'm just gonna click Sludge Bomb. Then there's no reason not to. He actually makes another switch, which I found very interesting. He goes into his Rillaboom. We do get the poison here. I'm gonna go ahead and just switch into my Landorus here, just to intimidate him down. He actually reveals to be U-turn on this set, which is really interesting. In comes the Gyarados again. He should always click the Water move here. So I'm gonna go into my Hisuian, my Dragonite here, sacking it off essentially. There was no reason for him to play it risky on that and go from there, but he actually decides to swap out, which I'm very interested in why he swapped. I felt like that swap makes is a little questionable. Unless he was fearing a potential scarf on something. Uh, he didn't think he could. I don't really know where his thought process was going there, but we click Hurricane and we do land the KO on this Weezing. In comes Gyarados. I'm going to go ahead and go into Samurott because he seems attempt of just clicking at everything that's attacking in front of him, which is fine. Right here, I'm just going to go for a Ceasel's Edge. Just guaranteed kill the Gyarados. It's going to do a good chunk to this Wallflower as it is going to. And with that Ceaseless, our Liquidation now guarantee knocks him out. We are an SC variant. We were Liquidation because Liquidation guaranteed defense drops, which I think is really important here. And Razor did not need to miss. We do have still got enough to knock him out here. We are now going to go into our Rillaboom, or no, our Dragalge here. Sack off Dragalge. We don't really need it here, as he's going to go for the knock off here. And right here, just go Gliders and click Earthquake. There's no resist on his team. Yes, terrain's up, but doesn't really matter. He doesn't have a crit though, which is really unfortunate for us right there because that crit now makes it to where we are kind of now in a very precarious situation. I go into my Dragonite. There is a roll where I guarantee live this hit, but if he gets the max roll off of this Torch Song, it will knock out my Dragonite. Unfortunately, he does get the max roll here. I'm going to go into my Spiral here. I'm just going to Cease his Edge here. Ceaseless into Liquidation, guarantee knocks him out. Ceaselessing just twice, also just guarantee knocks him out here. So right here, I do make the save play again, going into my Samurott. Now, I did have Lumberry on this Samurott. I did not care if he wanted to burn me or not. I'm just going to go for Ceaseless again. I guarantee he got 3 spikes up. Let's see the Torch on here again. And now, I just Liquidation here. As he goes into Crook, and which I just make a really good read, man. There's no reason for me not to click Liquidation at that time. I think in his honest opinion, I think sacking off the Dirge would have been smarter for him there. Just because again, it's one of those Pokemon that would have needed to had to have been sacked, in my opinion, to get something like the Gyarados in for free or the Crocodile for free. Now that crit, I think for the most part it didn't matter, but there was always I think one of maybe two, maybe one, two, or maybe three rolls I still killed even with the -1 with liquidation at that range. And again, if I don't get any of them, then it matters. But if I do, it didn't matter. So we'll just say in the context, the crit did matter. The crit did matter and getting the kill there, and it was a balanced crit because he tricked my Lando, which actually really weakened my Lando a lot more than it should have been. So I would say crit for crit there, make it fair there. Down goes Crook, and at this point in time, I'm just clicking liquidation. But right here, I'm going to go ahead and sack off my Landorus here, just because I don't really need Landorus anymore, and plus I just want to make sure we get our things in. We're just going to our Cincino. He does reveal to be Choice Scarfed. We thankfully are not going to get flinched, and we are going to Rock Blast and win this game with Cincino making her debut, aka Lamar, which is a guy. But Yeah, we pick up a 3-0 win and move to 4-0 in the LGA. Evan here just told me that he did prep against my team before the changes. Now, I do want to clarify to everyone that I did make changes, which was the geology channel, but I did notify Evan right away. Now, unfortunately, if you're Evan, I believe he was on a trip and he was coming just back from it, so I imagine he probably just did not have that much time to prep and play his team, get his team prepared the way he would have liked it to. Which I feel bad, you know. I mean, if he wanted an extension, we could have maybe talked about it potentially, but obviously he wanted to play the game, and we did. So, but overall, this was still a good game. Evan just made a lot of weird doubles, in my opinion. But he obviously had those made those plays for specific reasons, and that's just how he wanted to go with his match plan, and that's just how it goes. It definitely was throwing me off guard there for a little bit, but we kept going and we just positioned ourselves well. I do think if we did get flinched by the Gyarados, it's Scarf Gyarados, so as long as Samurott, because Samurott was around 62 HP. If we look at my Samurott, which I believe was meant to be, let's just say this, right? Gyarados, Jolly. It's +1. Let's see, it's max attack. If it's max attack, he can't do anything with my Samron. Like he would need to literally get a flint. And if he gets the flinch, then he KOs me. Then he pretty much wins the game. I go into my Raging Bolt and I can just literally click my Terra Blast at that point in time. And with my Raging Bolt, I'm pretty confident I always lived a Terra Blast from this thing. Terra Blast, Raging Bolt. Never mind. Oh, wait, if this was raw, right? Well, here's the thing, right? If we get rid of, like, say, if we get it was Gear the Skeletor, and then he's got water and ice. Basically, at that point in time, if he locks into water, he has to get a flinch on me, flinch this guy how many times, and then flinch this guy how many times. Basically, try to get the roll on this guy. But overall, I think we would have still won the game. The differential would have been all out last for us, though. I think this would have came into probably a 1-0. But overall, GG's to Evan again, and I do apologize that you prepped for the wrong team, man. Trust me, man. I've literally documented the last couple of months ago that I've been kind of screwed over by that as well. But I do the mod team did make sure that they were stating that it was effective, and I did message you. And if you didn't see my message about that, then I'm sorry you didn't see that, man. But I did want to message you right away, let you know I did make those changes. But again, like I said, you were coming back from your vacation, so I imagine that you probably just had not in as much time as you would have wanted to prep for this, which I'm sorry that you didn't have that much time then. But hopefully we can rematch in playoffs, have another good one, and probably have another one of those scary rematches where I'm gonna have. But guys, we're 4-0. I haven't done Wi-Fi in like 6 to 8 months. I've been gone a whole summer, and I haven't really played much. So, it's kind of crazy to be on a 4-0 streak, and I just think I drafted one of the best teams I could have ever drafted. Like, I'm not trying to sound selfish, but like I have Terra Raging Bull, I have Terra Rabombi, I have a Samurott, I have a Landorus, I have a freaking like just great defensive options and great offensive. Like Dragonite for me has gotten 9 kills in 4 weeks. Dragonite has honestly really proven something to me because I felt Dragonite was overhyped, it was overrated, and I just don't think it was really good at all. But from using it, I have just enjoyed my time using Dragonite, and I genuinely believe I'm becoming a fan of Dragonite now in draft, and I honestly am really happy for it. So I've been dragging out this video a lot longer than I probably should be. So if you guys stuck around, put it in the hashtag of the day, which is hashtag pineapple. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, don't expect a lot of Wi-Fi battles like transition on Showdown. If they happen, I'll give you guys some content for it. But if they don't happen, then, well, they just don't happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. GG's again to Evan, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.